Okay, so now we're up to where we got IBM with the price bars and the 20-day moving average. So now, let's say we wanted to go down here and we wanted to put a 20 and 40-day moving average on it. Then you just put 40 in there, draw a chart, and then the chart pops up. We hope. Okay. Now here's with the IBM with the 20 and 40 simple moving averages, and then they have well, let's go ahead and run through some of the indicators they have. Here's the main ones I use. Um, I use this, all these. These are the different price bars you can get. Um, these I don't use too much. Trend spotter I look at, so that's one indicator I look at. Point and figure I don't use too much. These moving averages we just use the regular, and I use the exponential quite a bit. Now here's these high-low bands you always see me using. It says moving average percentage channel. No, actually that isn't. I'm sorry. That's something else, and that's something I don't use that often. Now here's the moving average bands I use. The moving average high-low channel, 10-8, and I just change it to 10-10 because I like that better. So again, I'll go down, when I click this, I'll go down in the box and I'll put 10-10 and 0. Offset moving average, that is a good indicator, but I don't really use it too much. Offset exponential is a different choice of, basically the same thing. So I don't use that too much. Offset moving average, I don't use that too much, if ever. But look at some of these, and if you like them, that's great. Everybody's got, that's what makes the world go round. Everybody has their own little things they like, and if you think there's something to it, go for it. And Bollinger Bands, I use those a lot. Keltner Channels, I really like. I think that's one that a lot of people probably don't know too much about, and that is a really good indicator. Relative Strength Index, that's the classic Relative Strength Index. That is excellent. Now this just is the Relative Strength Index, but it shows it as a bar, which is really kind of cool, but to be honest with you, I don't use it very much. So, again, that would be your personal choice. Money flow, I never look at that. Stochastics, on these 4 stochastics, I use the bottom one, but you got a choice of 4 different stochastics. And I use the 14.3, the default. I like that 14 stochastics, but sometimes I'll use like a 20 period stochastics, or you can put a shorter time frame, but I like the 14. That's good. Williams percent R, that's just the stochastics that's upside down. It does the readings just the opposite as a stochastic. It's actually a good indicator, but I never use it. Okay, we'll just keep going down here on these indicators. MACD, both these are, actually these aren't the 2 I use. I use the exponentials. And again, I normally don't always use a lot of exponential things, but in the MACD, that's the way the indicator was made, to be used with exponential moving averages. So this is the oscillator here. This will give you the lines. This is the classic one. Now this isn't the right setting for it. I'll go into that later. But actually, this is a good MACD, the numbers they have here, but that's not the classic settings for it. Now this gives you an MACD histogram. Ultimate oscillator, again, that's just another. It's good, but it's just more of the same thing. It's more another MACD, just done in a different way. Momentum oscillator. So I don't use this one. I don't use this one. Commodity channel index is good. Some of these we'll have to go into the settings later. ADX is excellent. Parabolic is excellent. Volatility is excellent. Historical volatility, I never use it. Average true range, I never use it. Never use. This is actually pretty cool, this turtle channel, but again, I don't use it too much because you got to keep it simple, and you got to narrow it down to a few indicators, and you just can't use everything. But for the right person, that might be the only indicator you use. If you can find a way to take breakouts on the turtle channel, that's an excellent indicator. Pivot points I don't use, and any of this bottom stuff here I don't use. So that's pretty much what I use for the technical indicators. So we'll wrap this one up, and then we'll go into a little more on the technical indicators. So thanks a lot for listening.